Yeah, I do know what I'm doing.
That's
Welcome
good.
to the 35th episode. Welcome to this week's episode of the ScreenPeak podcast. This is a three-man podcast we have here today. Javon is at a cast party because he just got done with his Shrek the Junior musical. Shrek
DreamWorks.
Shrek the musical Junior.
Yes.
He's just hanging out with little kids right now, pretty much at a party. He's partying with little kids, which is very much just like Javon. I'm Devin, your host as always, with Trey.
Hello.
And Jonathan.
Hi, happy Thanksgiving.
It's our Thanksgiving podcast.
Get fat, you fuckers.
Look at that. I didn't even think about that. If you're not familiar with this podcast, this is a video game, movie, and bullshit podcast.
Whatever comes into our mind.
Video games, movies, and bullshit. Pretty much. Oh, and also a Dragon Ball Super podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying it's bullshit? Is that what you're trying to get at?
I could say that Dragon Ball Super is bullshit, in which it was. We can go ahead and talk about that if you want to.
Sure.
Sure. You go ahead.
I liked it.
This latest one,
I liked this episode.
everything happened that I knew would have. Goku would
Devin's
win.
not happy with
They
that
would get
simple
kicked out.
answer
Why?
I gave. Just look at him.
Oh.
What the fuck are you talking about? You liked it.
Compared to how it started, I like how it finished. It was neat. It
I need
explained
details.
Wait,
How
the-
was the fucking episode? It was neat. What was neat?
I like the way how they explained, like, how Goku went back to Ultra Instinct. Because Kefla just seems to be like a big nuclear bomb going off all the time.
That's bullshit, though. She's not.
But she is.
She's not, though.
She's equivalent to a spirit bomb, apparently.
That's fucking stupid.
think how unbelievably strong Goku and Vegeta would be if they did that.
No, it's the Berserker Super Saiyan thing.
That's fucking stupid. That doesn't make sense. All right.
It's the villain of the week. It's the freaking, we need somebody big and strong to make Goku fight. Big and strong.
Here's the thing. That episode's bullshit. Okay? It's completely bullshit because, power levels don't make sense anymore.
No,
Anymore.
they stopped making
Like they had
sense
before.
after Boo. I mean, like, during Boo.
During Boo?
Yeah.
Maybe. But now they're just off the rails. Like, I just don't even get it anymore.
Well,
like-
how else was Goku supposed to go Ultra Instinct again?
A better way. Not Kefla, who doesn't seem like nearly as strong as him when he's Super Saiyan 3.
I'm just glad we've had, like, so many episodes without Riverine in it.
What's Riverine?
She's the one that thinks that love is, like, the strongest
That's
power.
Rebran. Rebran.
Whatever the fuck her name is.
Oh, the fat one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Fucking
is
hate
kind of dumb. But, I mean, I don't know. So, I need to say this because I feel like this isn't the worst Dragon Ball series, but this isn't a good one either. Okay? And there are two reasons because of that. I'm going to go with B first because A is too big of a reason. B, like I said, power levels don't make sense. Nothing makes sense when it comes to, it's the number thing. Oh, they've got a big number now. Oh, let's give them a big number now. Oh, they got a big number. We got to give them a big number. And it's just like the ways that they're doing it, the ways that they're setting up these confrontations to happen to where, Goku needs somebody tough to fight, but he has to be tougher. But it's a tough fight, so let's make him blow the fuck up in a spirit bomb. That's kind of cool. Let's do the same thing, but not as cool. Against an enemy that shouldn't be as strong. As in Kefla. Why? That makes no sense to me. Like, they've just gone off the rails, and it's fucking...
I think the big
It's annoying. It's really annoying.
The
What?
big difference in this than in previous ones, specifically Z, because that's what mainly I've seen is Z, is the speed, and the fact that it's only like a couple of the same characters.
What do you mean?
In Z, the numbers, it was a numbers game, right? But it took longer. They didn't go one episode to the next. They double in power. and the next episode they double in power, and the next episode, it takes a while, and there's always another person would come in. Okay, Vegeta got beat. Now freaking Trunks comes in. Now he gets beat. Then Gohan jumps in. You know what I mean? It's not like one person just turns in this amazing person like that.
Another thing is, that's B. So B is just bullshit, and it's kind of dumb. And I think you're kind of right when it comes to that. Maybe it is a time thing. Maybe it is like we get used to how these things work and how they pan out in Z. And so then when a character gets stronger, maybe it's not as well, that's bullshit kind of thing. But it's still kind of, but like for the reasons I'm saying, like Kefla shouldn't be as strong, nowhere near as strong as Super Saiyan Red Goku or Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I feel like she just shouldn't be that strong.
And it's not only that, it's like I said, the speed thing. It's the one character starts the girl,
Kefla.
No, before.
Khalifa.
Yeah, Khalifa freaking went from Super Saiyan 1 to Super Saiyan 2 to fused to Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2 fused.
Yeah.
In like 3 episodes.
That's dumb, yeah.
Yeah, it's like super crazy fast.
Like that's fast, but like I don't know how she can do that.
And not only did she go through all of those, they were like, they didn't treat like, well, 1 and 2 she did it, but it didn't matter. They were all the same, like, peak of the fight. They were keeping up at 1, keeping up at 2.
Yeah.
Fused, and they were fast, and 1,
She never got beat.
Yeah, it's just been building up.
She never went on. She never had to like go regain her stamina. No, she just, I'll just keep on getting stronger. I'll just exponentially get stronger during this fight, even though I shouldn't. And it's just.
And they explicitly say why Goku's stamina's low. He's going to be in trouble.
And he's still fighting. It's so stupid. It's so dumb.
Why even say that if he's just going to... His stamina's might as well be back to full.
Yeah.
To do all that crazy stuff.
It's so dumb.
Oh, you didn't like the Kamehameha where you the energy blast with
Where
it?
he had the like...
Sure, that was a cool Kamehameha, but, I mean...
The context of it
she
sucks.
She should be dead.
The context of it is retarded, yeah.
Yeah.
How do we know that she's supposed to be dead? Apparently she's as powerful as him in that fucking moment. Like, what's the point of any power struggle in this show anymore? Like, it just doesn't fucking matter. You can just throw whatever at anybody, and they'll find a way to beat it through a second, and for the dumbest reason in the world. Krillin, I can't wait for him, because he's just, sorry, I should say Master Roshi, because he's the weakest one. He's just going to find a way to become even more powerful. I just can't wait to see. He'll do it in the next episode. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
They shouldn't have a clue what's going on. The speed that they're jumping around at, they shouldn't be able to follow anything.
Yeah.
A Kamehameha should just show up out of nowhere, and they're like, what the heck happened?
That's one of the things I'm saying where it's like, there's some things from the old show, from Z, that they don't bother reusing or saying anything, about in Super. And Super is the third best one in the series.
Think how strong Frieza has to be. Frieza gave Goku that energy to turn into Ultra Instinct again.
It was Frieza that did. Frieza could go Ultra Instinct. That's how he wins.
Yeah.
My A reason of why Super isn't that good is because is made in the wrong time. This anime cannot be made at this time period anymore because of where anime is now. Super is way too cute. Everything about it is too
time
cutesy.
As in today?
Yeah, as in today's time.
Or in Dragon Ball Z timeline?
No, today's time.
Okay.
It can't be made. That's kind of dumb as well. That's kind of dumb on its own separate path, just how strong he's supposed to be at the end of Z. Yeah. But that's beside the point. Anime's too cutesy nowadays. Like, what was the episode? It wasn't this week's. It might have been last week's, where the random guy that was wearing Goku's gi was there. What the fuck was that? Just some normal dude, like, had nothing to do with the show. He was just like not even a narrator. He would be like a minstrel in like a play or something like that, where he just shows up and is like, Goku and his friends are gonna fucking fight or whatever, and he's just like, he's just there. It's like, why is that there? Why is that there?
Was that in the intro?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, I didn't see that.
It was before the intro.
Oh, sorry,
I
it was.
skipped that.
It was part of the show. It was really weird. But then you've got the two god characters where they're like kids, and it's like they don't add anything, they don't do anything, and then you got like Rebran, and it's just there's too cute.
Who's Rebran?
The fat girl.
Oh,
We said that earlier.
I didn't hear her name.
Rebran.
You both said two things, and they were different.
It's Japanese.
Okay.
Japanese, English, French word. But what like it's way too cute. What are we like?
No, it's fine.
No, it's not.
And you can carve a niche anywhere nowadays. It's just not the Dragon Ball Z you want.
It's not good enough to be the Dragon Ball Z I want. I think I would be okay with I think I'd be okay with the power levels to a certain extent if it wasn't a bunch of goofy shit also happening. It just kind of dumbs down the whole entire show. Z, if anything dumb happened, you know that at the same time something serious would happen. Or like, I mean, the show was 90%, or I'd say 80% being serious and being like well like written and actually compelling kind of story. And that's the thing that Dragon Ball I've always thought was Dragon Ball Z, that it was so compelling, and that there are so little animes I feel like that actually are compelling nowadays.
Yeah, but this isn't Dragon Ball Z anymore.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't think you can. How are you gonna make Dragon Ball Super and then just make it any other anime? Dragon Ball isn't any other anime. All right, Dragon Ball is what it is because of how good it is, because of the characters. And it's just like you just take that and then you add bullshit into it, and then it's nothing. It's like you know what's a good movie? The Shawshank Redemption. You know it would be dumb if they had a bunch of like advertisements in that movie.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying. If you
But
just
you're
add
saying there's no
bullshit
space for this in anime. It's like, of course there is.
I'm not saying space.
It's just not the show you want anymore.
You also got to understand
probably
the audience of Super right now.
The audience is super should be me. It should be you. It shouldn't be little 13-year-old boy that loves Brienne, but hates Vegeta.
but that's who it's directed to now.
And that's
Dragon Ball Super
and that's,
is a Saturday morning show over in Japan.
That's part of my problem.
Yeah, but it's not a problem with the show. It's a problem with you.
No, I think it is a problem with the show.
It's just not the show
It's
you
not
want.
good. It's not good.
It's just not what you want. Doesn't make it
It's
not good.
It's not what I want, but at the same time, it's like that's not helping it. You know,
In your eyes,
that's
yeah.
not helping it be good.
In your eyes.
I mean, it's like
You know what show
I
sucks?
can't even take myself apart from it to look at it. and be
Barney.
like
That show's terrible.
I can't even take myself.
It's like it's for kids
Shut
now.
the fuck up. I can't even.
It's like it's not for us.
Do you know how in GT, when you know how in GT when everything was serious but nothing made sense?
Yeah.
Do you know? Do you know how like that's almost the same case with this, except it's cutesy, and it kind of doesn't make sense. Well, like the only thing that doesn't make sense is power levels. There's a lot.
It's a speed thing.
There's a lot of dumb things in a. I know the reasons why as well.
What?
I've already said this, and he's not paying attention.
What the reasons why is what? Which reasons?
Not just the speed, not just the speed of episodes. I'm talking about the reason why somebody gets powered.
Oh, yeah.
Powered up. That's what I'm saying.
Well, you said the reasons, and I was like, what? Which reasons? But now you've clarified. Now I know.
But those, like, I'm not okay with any of those that I've stated.
This is just bad screenwriting. You know?
Yeah, it's just like that's exactly what it is. Just bad writing, and then you throw in bullshit on top of that. It doesn't really.
Like
make
I haven't watched very much Super apart from the last like 10 episodes, so I don't really know the cutesy parts you're talking about.
There's a lot of cutesy parts in there.
Okay.
There's a lot.
The last 10 have been
not in
fighting.
this. No, not in this.
Yeah.
Not in this like whole tournament has there been cutesy stuff, except for like stuff with Rebran and like maybe the two gods. Just the fact that they're there. Goku's strong.
Yeah.
It's just apart from that, but
Caulifla would be Caulifla.
Wiz Khalifa.
She would be fine if she was the villain, or she was and we had like 30 episodes of her or whatever, you know. But then they crammed. That's how Z would be, but they crammed all of her in the 2 or 3 episodes. She went from. Imagine if Frieza in the original Frieza saga went from his first form to 100% power and dead in 5 episodes. That would suck.
Sure, but at least there would be a reason why he can transform. All right.
Nah.
That makes sense, though. He can
It
transform.
makes sense, but it's also the speed, too.
Like, he could always transform. She couldn't.
It's not the
She's
fact
just
that
doing this on the fly. That's annoying. That's bad
the
writing.
fusion was fine.
The fusion's different, though.
Well, what part are you talking about?
I'm talking about the fact that, she goes to 1 to 2.
Yeah.
Catches,
No.
is able to catch up with Goku.
But that's the same as Frieza being able to transform.
No, it's not, because Frieza could already do it.
Oh, you're talking about learning how to do it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The reasons.
I thought you were talking about in the show the reason why she did it.
No, the reason she's able to do it.
Well, yeah, so I'm talking about the speed. If she learns it
No!
over a period of time, would have been fine. But
no,
she learned it in a
because
second.
they're in the same tournament. The tournament should only last 45 minutes. To say that she can learn it within that time is bullshit.
I know, that's what I've been saying. I said if she had 30 episodes to learn it, it would have been fine.
No, because it'd still be 45 minutes.
And not make it 45 minutes in the show. I'm not saying split this up into 40. I'm talking about making a normal 40 or 30 episode chunk of a show where time happens, not just 40 seconds of a tournament.
But she did it in the tournament.
I
so
know, I
she
don't
wouldn't-
like it either.
Okay.
I'm saying if they could fix it, if she was the Boo or she was the Cell, where
the
she had time to
Sure, but
speed up.
Yeah, but everything would have to be changed. All
Yes.
circumstances and stuff would have to be changed.
Yes.
You didn't
This is poor
specify
writing.
that.
I did too. I said this sucks. It's too fast.
I did. I said it sucks.
I said it sucks. It needs to go slower.
You want Dragon Ball to go slower.
Not the original Dragon Ball. It was too slow, but this is way too fast.
You mean Z?
Yes.
Original Dragon Ball.
The problem
Perfectly
is
paced.
how many fighters are in this tournament, and every one of them
80.
just about 80, and 80 of them have to have their moment, or like 40 of them do. It's crazy.
Except for the ones that like
Don't matter.
Frieza kills in a second.
Yeah. There was a cool. I did like Goku learning to do like learning his limits in Ultra Instinct and stuff. That was neat.
Even then, he didn't take time.
It didn't take time, but at least we got to see him learn his limits.
At least he fully.
We've never seen that before.
At
It
least
just
he,
shows up and he can do 3.
Even then,
He learns 2 off screen.
Even he also learned 3 off screen.
Yeah.
Even then, he learned already that he could do it.
I'm saying it's neat that we get to see him learn something.
Okay.
I'm saying
Sorry,
we haven't seen that before.
Sorry, I missed your point in that.
Yeah. Are you not even listening to me?
But I mean, this is my thing with Super. It's just not as good. They had one thing.
It has potential to be amazing,
It's
but they're missing.
It's lost that potential after 100 episodes, Jonathan. It has lost it. All right? It has no more potential to be good. It had potential at the Goku Black Art. It had potential in this tournament, and they're wasting it.
You gotta keep an eye out for the cool moments. You get to see freaking Goku do an amazing Kamehameha over top of a green and red beam. Forget the context and just look at it. That's neat to look at.
I know.
It's very visually pleasing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The songs suck. I hate the soundtrack.
No, when he goes Ultra, that's pretty cool. The staccato violins, however it goes.
No.
No, I like that.
I like the Z music. It was just so much better.
Well,
it does have an ounce of nostalgia in it, but I like it more.
Well, literally the only thing that's ever caught my ear as far as the music in Super is when he goes Ultra.
Okay.
That's literally the only thing that's caught my attention.
Godly Power's more orchestra instead of rock, like Super Saiyan is.
Freaking when he goes Super Saiyan 3, that music's amazing compared to this. Trust me, it is.
That's not it.
No.
I don't even remember what that
I don't
was.
remember it is now that we're freaking talking about it. But trust me, it's good.
But you're okay with it? You like this episode?
I gave up.
It's neat to look at.
When'd you give up?
Like 4 episodes ago.
All right.
So I'm just kind of like trying to enjoy
Okay.
it as it is. I'm not comparing it to like what we've had before. I'm just kind of comparing it as its own separate thing.
I was hoping, freaking, because Goku's got no stamina left or whatever, him and Vegeta would do the finger dance
No.
and freaking fuse to beat her. It's better than him just turning on Ultra Instinct again.
It is better, but it just makes as much sense as going Ultra. Because
No, it
he
makes
shouldn't be
perfect more
shouldn't
sense.
be able to do it.
Why?
They're not the same height.
Neither is Trunks and Gotenks.
Yeah, they
Or
are.
Goten.
Yeah, they are.
It's relative
They're
height.
Relative height. They're very much not relative.
If it was relative, they'd
You
scale
still
to be
haven't
the
seen
same.
Fusion Reborn. He explains it better there.
Those movies aren't canon.
It uses the same principle.
Principle or not, those movies aren't canon. Movies have never been canon, so you can't say, oh, in the movie,
Give them earrings.
can't do that. Or give them the earrings, because it's right there. Mm-hmm. So literally do that.
No, that'd be an insta-win.
It would. They would.
Do that. Just beat everybody.
Super Saiyan Blue 2 Fusion.
Here's my thing.
Ultra Instinct half.
He should go Ultra Instinct again, because why the fuck not? And literally knock everybody off the stage in an instant. Because that's how powerful that is.
They're freak when they were just charging up, their waves were blowing people away.
Exactly. Some people should have been knocked off from that.
Yeah.
That would have been cool to
Get
see.
the 2 other Namekians out here. What are
Yeah,
they-
whether I can't wait for them to fuse.
Yep.
And then and then Piccolo's gonna fuse with him.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna steal your guys' power. Now I am Ultra Namekian. And just be like, now he's as strong as Goku.
And then him
fucking
and Gohan
dumb.
will finger fuse.
Yeah.
Freaking Piccolo's almost as strong as freaking Gohan.
Stronger.
Is he stronger than Gohan? No way.
No. They've
Freaking-
never said that. They never give an inkling that he would be. He's not at all.
Because Gohan's supposed to be this ultimate amazing person, too.
Yeah, they just haven't done anything with him in a while.
He don't need it.
Freaking Vegeta over there. Let's keep cutting back to him. Remember Vegeta? He hasn't done anything.
You see how he fought Goku's old guy, old enemy that he had for like an episode?
Hands.
Hands, Mr. Hands, Mr. Mime,
Mr. Sonic character.
Dr. Robotnik,
Well, I mean, he just looks like somebody from Sonic.
Robotniks.
Freaking Vegeta doesn't know Ultra Instinct now.
No, he's gonna.
I like that theory. No, he was like in awe or whatever. He didn't act like he's seen it before now.
Yeah, even though like nobody should know what it is, but they've
Freaking-
literally heard them talk about it.
They
in
all knew the
stands.
name of Caulifla.
Kefla.
Kefla, the fused form. Gohan
Yeah.
and Piccolo are like, Kefla's getting super strong.
Yeah, like
Well,
where were
that's
they at?
How'd you see them fuse?
That's because when they fused, she stood up on the highest fucking
And
rock.
they
she
all knew
could
her
and
name.
Screamed it out to everybody.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Oh, did she?
Goku,
I am
know
Clefla.
you're 5 feet away from me.
They did, they
but
did.
everybody needs to know what's going
Dang
on.
it!
They
I thought
did.
that was too funny.
No, but that is kind
Our
of
power won't
silly.
wake
Yeah.
Jiren up. Our yelling will. He'll tell us to shut the fuck up and body us.
That's also fucking stupid.
I liked how she did have the Broly energy though. The rings go.
Yeah, but guess what? Let's not explain it so we don't know how powerful it is.
They never explained Broly either. Broly's
Because
freaking
he's
green.
not canon.
Broly's green because he's green.
They explained it in the movies. He's the legendary Super Saiyan. Oh, how strong is a legendary Super Saiyan? Let's just have him fight a bunch of Super Saiyans so you understand that he's way more powerful than Super Saiyans.
It's stronger
Oh,
than Super
that's a
Saiyan.
very easy way to explain that.
Not stronger than Super Saiyan.
How strong then is Kale by herself? We don't know how strong she is. Oh, let's have Goku hold back on her as Blue. That doesn't give us a good judge.
We're just assuming he's holding back as blue.
If he's not, then that's crazy. If he's not, then how can she be that strong? If he's not, then that's bullshit once again.
They never say he's
God-
holding back.
Because God should be above everything Super Saiyan. It should be above everything Super Saiyan. But they just keep on finding ways to just pull it back down to everybody's level so everybody can have a same number. And so then they can rise a bit.
Somebody's got to fight Goku. If he just beats one-shots everybody, what kind of show would that be?
Make it more compelling. That's what the problem with this anime is. It's written bad and it's not compelling.
It's never been compelling. It's always been.
What are you talking about?
It's always been a numbers game.
What are you talking about? It's never been compelling.
It's always been a numbers game.
It was very compelling.
Goku will do a thing to
when
it.
Vegeta, Gohan, and Krillin were fighting the Ginyu Force. That was very compelling.
Yes, because they had their limits, and somebody else would come in.
It's always been compelling.
Somebody else would come in and be stronger. When the one person just raises.
It was very compelling when Goku was fighting Vegeta, when Goku was fighting Frieza, when Goku was fighting Cell, and then he lost. And then
he didn't lose. He
when
gave up.
When everybody, like, when they're all there, when they're all trying to fight a common enemy, it's always very compelling.
It's because you had time to learn the characters.
Exactly, because they wrote it in.
Yeah.
Because they wrote it in.
But the fighting has always been, they do the same thing. They don't, like, learn to fight differently. They just can do stuff. And it works now because their numbers are bigger.
Yeah, I like that better. Because it explains it more. Because it's written better.
Freaking when Gohan or Goku learns Super Saiyan for the first time and does all these amazing things, you cut to him charging up and showing off, like, look how awesome Super Saiyan is. Then cut to how awesome Super Saiyan 2 is with Gohan. Then cut to how awesome Super Saiyan 3 is. They all look the exact same. You couldn't tell, unless you knew, you couldn't tell who was stronger than who. You know?
What are you talking about?
Just the way
it's shown?
Dragon Ball Z is always...
The way it's animated,
yeah.
You mean? No, well, that doesn't make any sense, of course.
It's always one guy punches, and the other one just can't handle it.
But you do understand, you get a sense of when Goku powers up as
what I'm
Super
saying,
Saiyan, Gohan's like, wow, that's cool, but then we figure out Gohan's even stronger than that.
Listen.
That's crazy.
Listen.
Okay.
The neat things in other shows are like Naruto. They don't really get stronger. They manipulate their, like, abilities to work. Like, they work around their limits and rules.
Yeah. Kind of like
Dragon Ball Z.
Krillin did in... Well, you didn't see that episode.
Dragon Ball Z, they just yell, and then now their punches work.
Sure.
You know?
Here's the thing,
They go, it either works or it doesn't work. Whereas Naruto, they have to, or in other shows, they have to, like, manipulate their powers to make a situation
Sure,
better.
but there's writing, there's build-up, there's something makes sense in all of that. If you say, like, we'll put a number on Goku and here's the number on the villain, and then as the show goes on, you see the numbers rise or whatever, all right, you still got those numbers. However, when we give a question mark to Kefla, when we give a question mark to Wiz Khalifa, a question mark to Kale, we get double question mark. We get a fused question mark with Kefla, and then we get a bigger, even bigger question mark with Ultra Instinct Goku fighting Kefla. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know who's supposed to be stronger, even though it's obviously Goku and it shouldn't be Kefla at all. And I don't know, like, this. It's not compelling in that instance because they did it fast. That's one thing, and it's not written to make sense. It's just written to be, oh, look at this. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, look at that. That's how it's written.
I think it's written episode to episode. I don't think they have a clue. I don't think they have a goal. Like, maybe not exactly episode to episode, but I think it's very short-sighted.
Well, chapter to chapter.
Sure.
The manga.
Because there's nothing clever. There's no callbacks. There's no nothing. No planning.
When they explained that, when Vegeta had that flashback or whatever, to when Whis was telling him about, like, Ultra Instinct, but not really saying what it was, that never happened.
Yeah, it did.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it did.
I remember that.
Before fucking Frieza showed up.
That was before Frieza showed up.
That was a long time ago
Okay.
in Super.
Yeah, it was the beginning of the series.
It was the beginning of the series? Okay,
Yeah.
well, I never watched that.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Because that was also a part of the movies. Wasn't it? Did they have a period
Yeah.
before the movies?
It happened, like, before they showed up. Whis gave, like, a little explanation of that.
Okay, I'd never seen that before.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. But I had thought that just wasn't in there. I'm like, well, that's bullshit. Why are they just throwing that in there like that existed?
Why don't they have Vegeta be stronger than Goku? It would be so much more interesting. Just for this one time.
No, Vegeta is not better.
He should be. For once.
He should be.
He should have.
He was once when he first showed up.
Well, he,
No, he wasn't.
Vegeta should have done Ultra Instincts first.
He might have been stronger, but he wasn't better.
Fair point.
Vegeta should have done Ultra Instincts first. He couldn't beat Jiren.
And then Goku could beat him.
Then Goku does it and beats him. That's what I should have done. It'd have been more interesting.
No, they're going to make it to where Frieza beats Jiren, and then Goku beats Frieza.
You don't make it such a gigantic phenomenon that he takes a huge spirit bomb, which nobody else should have any energy now because they gave him all his energy for a spirit bomb.
They didn't give him all his energy.
They gave him
some.
whatever, the big cataclysmic event of a spirit bomb black hole that turned him into Ultra Instinct, and now he can just turn it on.
Yeah. No, he can turn it on because it's what entices his energy. If there is an impeding energy that is so powerful that it awakens his inner Ultra Instinct and it breaks a shell that has limits on him. It breaks the limits, the shell limits, as Whis keeps on saying.
He's the Hulk now.
He just fucking just keeps on breaking them shells, because then he'll turn out to be a beautiful butterfly and fucking kill everybody.
He's got layers.
He's got layers.
Layers.
I just keep comparing Ultra Instinct to Ippo. Whenever they go unconscious and they get the little green in their eye, they're fighting spirit. They're not really there. They're just kind of fighting on
No,
instinct.
that's
Their body's moving.
in Ippo. That's different.
It's the same thing.
No, when they don't have anything in their eyes in Ippo, they're unconscious.
He said the green thing.
Yeah, they can get their fighting spirit while they're unconscious.
They're not
What?
Rock Lee, okay?
What are you talking about?
Fighting Gara. Yeah.
Hype fight.
That was one of the best fights.
Hype fight.
Yeah. That's how you do a fight. That's how you do a fight.
I mean, sure,
You
a
take
fight.
off your
Yeah.
weights and then you become the fastest man alive.
yeah, but he had to think, he had to get around his abilities and stuff. Goku just gets, when there's no difference between
You
Goku.
can't say no. You can't know.
What?
Because then you're because all he did was get a higher number. He just took off his weight. He just pulled a.
And it still didn't work.
He just pulled a Goku. Yeah, it did. It started to work.
It started to.
Yeah. He just took off his training weights.
I guess, yeah, that's a
like
bad
Piccolo
example.
and Goku.
That is a bad example. But it's freaking, it's Rock Lee.
He just gets stronger.
Yeah. That was a bad example.
That's fine.
I picked the one character to talk about who couldn't do anything.
No, I know. No, how about more like when the very first fight.
Yeah.
When they fight the
Zabuza.
and they have to figure out a way to get around whoever he's holding captive. Who is he holding
Kakashi.
Which
captive?
version is this?
Yeah, he's holding Kakashi. The American version where he has a fucking sword.
It's not the German one?
No,
where
it's
they
not.
had to
No,
just
no, it's
sort
not.
out?
So, shut up. So Naruto turns himself, uses one of his
Shadow clone jutsu.
He uses one of his strengths to hide himself to
They outthought their enemy.
outthink the opponent. Yeah.
There's no difference in Goku before fighting Frieza, before he went Super Saiyan and after, like in character progression. He was fighting fighting Frieza without Super Saiyan, and he couldn't do it. He got pissed off, turned Super Saiyan, and now he can suddenly win.
Well, I guess his reasons for fighting Frieza were different. Like, at first he was just fighting Frieza like, oh, he's the bad guy. He's someone strong. I want to fight him. But then he kills Krillin, and that makes him angry. That gives him a reason to fight.
Yeah, but he's saying that nothing changes.
He didn't learn
just
anything.
His power level changes.
Yeah.
So he just is stronger.
He didn't fight differently. He
Yeah,
didn't
they
say,
go
"Oh,
through that
Frieza,
emotion.
that's your
But
weakness."
that's not what Z's for.
I know.
Z is not for.
I wish it was, is what I'm saying.
You should watch Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
That's all Dragon Ball is. The point where Goku gets strong enough that he's stronger than everybody in Dragon Ball, it's literally, oh, this is Z. This is exactly where Z takes up, because it's at the very, very end. But you'll know, like it's very easy, but to see it. But until that point, Goku goes around the world or does wherever, and he learns these different things, and everything he learns, he picks up. He uses that as he goes along, and he tries to outthink his opponent, outmaneuver his opponent, just because he's not strong enough. But until he gets strong enough, then he doesn't have to do that shit.
Yeah. That's why I liked, like I said, Goku like trying to master Ultra Instinct, even though he's freaking mastering it in like 2 minutes of actual time.
I mean, he still didn't do it though.
I know, but he's...
Well, you see, the point of mastering Ultra Instinct is not to think about Ultra Instinct.
Yeah.
Don't think about it, don't think about it, don't think about it. Punch!
It did nothing. Why?
Damn it, I thought about it. Doesn't make any sense. Why is that?
They brought up the heat again. Who cares? Are they just trying to say he doesn't emit energy because he's a god, but so he emits heat now?
I don't know. I thought it was the fact that like he can't sustain that form, so it's like draining.
It makes no sense.
It's draining from him.
Why not just say energy then? Oh man, that energy he's pouring out of me. No way he can keep that up.
Because I feel like maybe it takes a lot of stamina. So if you want to think like, oh, stamina, body, heat,
whatever. Kyle Ken's supposed to tear him apart.
Yeah,
hasn't even done anything yet.
I mean, they really haven't explained anything. Like, I don't think Whis or Beerus knows exactly what the heat coming off of his body is doing. So, except we know he's tired when that happens.
He can turn it on again,
and he can't hold the form.
I like how like all the gods and angels know what Ultra Instinct is, but they don't know what it is. They know of it, but it's like they've never seen it.
What do you mean?
They were all in awe when he first did it. They were all like really paying attention.
Well, I mean, just like because he shouldn't be able to do it. I thought we knew exactly what it was.
He knows what it is, but he doesn't know why Goku's emitting heat from it.
Oh, okay.
So like they know of the form, but they don't know what it is.
I don't know.
It seems like some of like the older gods before them knew how to use it, and it's just like a legend told down.
That would be neat if that was in there. It's not in there though. Maybe it will be after this whole fucking tournament.
I'm hoping it gets better after the tournament.
I was hoping it would stay good after the Goku Black arc. Guess what it didn't do for the next 70 episodes. Not 70 episodes, but for like 30.
Yeah.
Let's get into some news.
Okay.
Because we got a lot of news this week. I don't know if you know how much news we have.
Give us the smaller topics and then build up to the big one.
Hey, thanks for telling me how to do my job.
How dare you talk on this podcast, Jonathan?
That's exactly what I was going to do.
Yeah.
No, let's talk about EA right now then. Fuck you.
No, fuck you. I know what I'm doing.
Really?
Yeah, I do know what I'm doing.
That's
Welcome to
good.
the 35th episode. I didn't say that at the beginning.
Make that the intro, the little before thing. Welcome to the 35th episode, and it cuts to the intro.
I totally forgot to do that.
Yeah.
We got some trailers.
Oh
Right?
yeah,
Incredibles 2. There was a teaser for Incredibles 2.
I saw that.
Watch that.
There's Jack. We get to see some of his powers that he's able to do,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool. Fantastic Beasts 2 there's no trailer, but there is we get to see Jude Law, like he's going to be playing young Dumbledore. There's like a screenshot with all the characters in it or whatever like that. There's a title, Fantastic Beasts. What shit was it?
And wherever they've been.
And where they go. I can't remember how they worded it. Let's see.
If only you wrote notes down somewhere.
What? I do. I have them right here. It's the article. More Fantastic Beasts and where else to find them. That was the one they said.
Do we have an actual title? Or is
No,
that
we
just...
do.
Oh, okay.
There it is. I was trying to, because I couldn't remember how they worded it. Fantastic Beast: The Crimes of Grindelwald. That's what it's going to be called.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't like how the first one was a sentence, and then this one's not.
We got that. So we got that. It's coming out next year.
Next year?
Uh-huh.
Like this time next year?
Sure.
Next year's a long time. It could possibly be.
Yeah, this time next. Yeah, it's coming out this time next year. November 16th, 2018. Said the release date.
Cool.
There's that. I'm super excited about that. Hopefully this one will be better.
Hopefully this one won't have a crappy ending.
Our favorite Mudblood, Nomaj, is in it. The fat guy.
Oh, is he in it?
Yeah,
Good.
he's in it. So
He's definitely the best part of the first one.
He's still there, thank God.
Yeah.
Got a trailer for a video game movie adaptation that I don't know why we're getting. Is about as smart as Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that one to come out. Rampage.
On the list of games that you would make a movie adaptation, Rampage, freaking very bottom.
On a list of games like that you would think like what's the story? Well, like where I want to think.
I want to be in that world.
Yeah, that's what I want to be. One of those people in the building,
Yeah.
screaming for their lives.
I want their story to be told.
And they don't even get it right in the trailer. Is the thing. It's the Wolfman's just a wolf.
Yeah, it's not even a wolf man.
The big lizard isn't a big lizard. It's an alligator.
Lizzie's a crocodile. No.
Fucking dumb. It's dumb.
Ray freaking call out to Godzilla of him just swimming through the water.
Albino ape, kind of cool, I'll admit. So it's his friend. So the trailer is.
It's his friend.
I'm not gonna go into all the trailer, but the Rock is going to be the lead in this movie. Because how else? What other lead are we gonna have in this movie to make it make any sense?
Vin Diesel.
The Rock, Vin Diesel's the ape.
Oh,
The Rock
I
founded.
thought that was Javon.
he's the Iron Giant. He's in this movie as well.
So, The Rock founded George, who is this white albino ape. That's redundant.
Yeah.
Who's this albino ape that The Rock found when he was a kid. Oh, let me start over.
I'm just laughing at the idea of the movie more than
I can't get.
you can't.
My brain's not working. Hold on.
So King Kong and The Rock.
So the Rock found this albino ape when he was a kid, and he raised him ever since. And so they're like best friends, and the ape really trusts him. Well, something from the fucking sky. I don't know what it is. It's not explained in the trailer. Something from the sky comes down. The ape goes up to it. Gas is sprayed in the ape's face, and then he gets fucking bigger. Okay, so it's essentially the Rock has to go and help his friend George not die.
The ape. George the ape.
George the ape. Help him not die. But at some point, I'm assuming this is what's going to happen.
Okay.
The Rock's going to tell George to kill the alligator and the wolf.
Okay, your dog Raven, right?
Yeah,
A
my
thing
dog.
comes down from the sky.
Uh-huh.
Makes her a giant dog that's going to terrorize the world and eat everything. Do you try to keep her alive, or do you say, put that thing down? It's a menace to the world. How far do you go to bring her back? Because my dog, being as I don't have a dog, and it's real easy to say, put that thing down. I'll get another one.
So what you've done here is put me in a very.
I put you in the Rock's shoes.
You've put me in
Devin
the
fucking
Rock's
hates
shoes.
people. He'll save the dog.
Well,
You don't even know if it's possible, because this ain't a movie.
have you ever heard of Raven, the big black dog?
Yeah.
There you go. Clifford the big red dog. But it's Raven, the big black dog.
He's red from all the things he's killed.
Probably. They sacrificed me to Satan to get me this big.
Just shoot the animal. Why are you trying to save it?
Sacrificed him to Satan. Doesn't make any sense.
25 Apaches out there. Blow it to smithereens.
What are 20 Indians gonna do, Trey? You idiot.
Shoot it with bow and arrows. They track big game all the time.
We use every part
Yeah.
of the giant dog. Happy Thanksgiving.
Everyone on the reservation gets a teepee out of its remains.
Gets 4 teepees. Yeah. So, that's that. I mean...
You didn't answer me. Would you kill Raven?
It'd be hard to.
It'd be hard to stop the government. Dog. It'd be hard to stop the government. No. It's my dog. Exactly. I need to save it.
I've seen movies like Free Willy, like Air Bud. I'm sure they had a scene like that or something. No, let him play. It's my dog. Yeah. So, maybe. Who knows? We got a Deadpool 2 teaser.
I saw an image of him being Bob Ross.
Yeah.
Okay, is that it?
That is the whole teaser, man.
Oh, is it just an image?
No, he's doing stuff.
Oh, okay.
But he's got his own episode.
It's about
the joy painting.
It's about a year late of the Bob Ross hype, but it's still pretty funny.
I don't think you could be unhype about Bob Ross in your life.
But I felt like he was really popular there like a year ago.
He absolutely was, but I feel like people he was hype, and I think that's not going to distinguish people's appreciation for the joke and for him. So I think it's fine. I think it's fine that he's there, but it isn't a good idea if Deadpool is going to be pop culture reference guy, that he does go for a pop culture reference from last year. You know, he did make that Voltron reference that was an 80s reference, and then they had the new show on Netflix a year later. That was crazy.
Whoa.
Trendsetter. That's loud. That was really loud.
I can't not make it be loud. Except for by doing this.
How about not drinking while I'm talking?
Hang on. It won't be loud anymore.
I can hear all of that, though.
Once it's done, you can't hear anything.
I'll hear the fizz.
Once it's done, you won't.
That cup is going to fit all that in there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
How much is that?
17 fluid ounces, 500 milliliters, and 1.05 pints. I think that's what PT means.
Yeah, that's what PT means.
Continue. Silent.
No, it wasn't. Not the... Yeah, that one's
Why you got my
silent.
gain turned up so loud then?
Fucker, you had the mic away from your face.
I moved it closer. You didn't adjust it. Why are you wearing a headset?
Just now moved it closer. It sounds fine.
Just now? It's been here the whole freaking time.
No, because you had to adjust it in the middle.
What come next, Devin? I'm so excited.
You should be, because there is going to be a Lord of the Rings prequel series that Amazon is going to release.
Oh my.
As a TV series, I should say. We don't know exactly what it is. We don't know that's... There's no word that it's going to be The Hobbit. I don't think they want to do The Hobbit. They just have said that it's going to be a storyline before the Lord of the Rings takes place. And that is going to be an Amazon exclusive show.
I'm still 2 movies behind.
I'm not big into Middle-earth stuff, so I don't really care.
Really?
Yeah.
I like it, though. I haven't seen the other 2 Hobbit movies. I've seen the first one.
You're not missing much on the Hobbits.
Read the book, and then I
read the book.
Did you?
Yeah.
Why do you think you're behind then?
I don't remember it well.
Okay.
They beat a dragon, they win.
Well, let's see, Devin. I go read all the comic books. Should I go see Infinity Wars?
That's different.
How's it different?
Different because one thing...
If anything, it'd be, even better than reading the fucking book. You got pictures to go along with it.
No, because those movies were not good. A. B.
Do be first.
Sorry. B. Those movies were not good. A. The movies were way too long. The book isn't that big. They fucking put so much shit in there that doesn't make any sense with the book that just they added in there.
They did the opposite of Dragon Ball Super. They stretched it out instead of condensing it.
Dun-dun, dun-dun, dun-dun. Anyway.
Next.
James Franco may co-star with 50 other James Francos as Marvel's Multiple Man.
Oh my god.
So Multiple Man is an X-Man. No, he's not an X-Man.
Is he an X-Man?
He's supposed to be a
mutant.
He's supposed to be a bad guy. He's a mutant, so he was. They had him in.
There's a guy in Teen Titans that did that.
They had him in the third X-Men. Who's that?
I don't know. He has a red suit. He's part of the Hive or whatever. The villain crew. There's a ton of him. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know either. But he is he's going to be in the Marvel universe. I think they're including him as not like an X-Men character, even though he's very much like an X-Men character. He was even in the third X-Men movie. I can't remember what it was called.
X-Men 3. Did
The
it have something
last.
to do with the Phoenix?
The Last Stand.
Yeah, I was going to say it.
There you go. Yeah, it did have something to do with the Phoenix. That was the movie, but yeah, he was even in that movie.
Is this Marvel or is this Sony?
I believe the article said it was Marvel, so it could be along those lines. It might be able to be along those lines. I don't know, but
Movie?
yeah, it's a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see exactly what happens with that. GameStop halts used game subscription service. Have you heard about the service, Trey?
Yeah.
What do you think about this service? Why don't you explain the service?
I don't remember it well enough to do that.
All right.
Isn't it like you pay so much money and then you get to get a one free used game a month or something?
You're old, so I can be completely accurate.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're not about accuracy on this podcast.
You're not about accuracy in your daily life.
Ooh.
Man.
And
I might not be accurate, but I'm consistent.
I
got one out of the two.
The retail giant announced the program at the end of October, with sign-ups set to begin November 19th. Under its 6-month terms, the program would allow customers to take any used game from a local store's catalog, played as long as they wished, and exchanged it for another until the subscription expired. At the end of the period, they could keep any one of the games they had checked out.
Yeah.
So it was like, yeah, so it's exactly just like,
It's a subscription to Redbox, where you get to keep the movie at the end. Once a
yeah,
month.
but you get to keep, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually kind of like that idea.
Yeah.
It's a.
But they
It's-
canceled it.
It's yeah, they've canceled it. It's very unique in that, like, we don't have a service like that other than like GameFly, you know, to where you can just rent games, and then if you wanted to buy it, you could buy it. But
Redbox, you can rent games too.
oh yeah, I guess Redbox. Yeah, you can rent games with Redbox. Well,
They say,
Blockbuster you can rent games with.
yeah, sure.
did they say why they canceled it?
Uh,
That's kind of the news.
I know. I don't know. I don't know why I thought
They realized that we'd freaking lose too much money if we did that.
the program went through a soft launch in some locations earlier this month, with its full rollout to follow later. Those stores have been told to pull all potential promotional materials related to the Power Pass, according to Kotaku. Customers who got in on the soft launch are being offered full refunds, plus their choice of a used game as a make good for taking down the service. There is no word when the program will be reinstated. And let's see. And this is a statement that GameStop gave out to, let's see, Polygon, who I got this article from. We have elected to temporarily pause the rollout of the new Power Pass subscription service based on a few program limitations we have identified. We feel this is the right thing to do for now to ensure we are able to provide our guests an exceptional service. Those guests who have already the thing updated.
I hate when it does that.
Those guests who have already purchased the service, we are allowing them to bring the pass and video game they have checked out back to receive a full refund. In addition, we are allowing them to pick out any pre-owned video game for free. So it's a service that'll come back at some point once they work out the kinks. The kinks, it doesn't seem like they know what they're doing. I wonder if it's more like a logistical thing, like they need to understand how this is going to affect sales and how like if they can get the system working the way they want it to as far as games go.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of what the limitations would be.
It seems like a really cool service.
Gotta be a good used game to get.
What?
Battlefront 2.
Is that the segues of all segues?
Eventually.
We're not there yet. We got one more piece of news.
Dang,
that
would have been the best.
That's a really good segue, but I really want to talk about this as well, and I know you do.
Do I?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
I think it's interesting though that GameStop would have such a good idea like that. It seems like they're hurting when it comes to money because people have gotten on their scheme of them being pieces of shit.
Oh yeah.
But then they come out with something like this where it kind of promotes them like being like a Blockbuster and just like renting out game.
It didn't come out all the way yet.
It didn't say because it was there was a soft launch, so not that many people signed up for it. They just had a testing period, and so before they actually launched it to everybody, they decided to pull back on it so they could fix whatever issues that they were having.
I wonder if they'd run out of inventory real quick if all the games were just gone.
Well, I need to know more about it as well. What do they mean by subscription service? Do they mean like if you subscribe for a year every month or whatever like that, you can just get a free game essentially, or like you subscribe monthly, every month you can get a free game? I mean, like could you just do that? Because that's kind of like how it sounds. Get a free game every month from GameStop.
Well, isn't there like a first subscription thing where you get like a 10% bonus for trade-ins, like 10% discount?
Their power-up rewards.
Yeah,
Wasn't that like $15 a year?
I don't know, maybe.
I don't remember paying a subscription to that. I just remember you having the card.
Oh yeah.
You got the card.
Well, there might have been
No,
something
I thought
else.
there was a basic card, and then there was like a silver card that you could get. That would.
I think I have the silver card, but I don't remember paying a subscription.
I don't
I thought it
know.
was like $15 a year.
$15. I don't think I've ever paid $15 to GameStop within the past 5-7 years.
So I was just thinking if like the subscription service is like $20, you wait a year, you get like your free game is like you can go get like a $60 used game, and just trade that back in, and now you're walking out with profit.
They
I don't think that's how it works at all.
they said you use game on their catalog, so I imagine it's only a select number of used games.
It could
all
be,
their
yeah.
99-cent games that they
Could
have,
be.
they don't sell.
And the thing was, you could check one out like a library card, play it, and come back in, cash it in, and check another one out, play it. When you're done with it, go back and get another one, and then you at the end of the month you get to keep one of those. You know.
Yeah. So, I mean,
that's how it works.
it sounds pretty interesting. Sounds pretty cool, but I mean, I almost kind of think it's a little too late.
How cool for such an old idea that's been around for a while.
Well, they got to do something. They're going.
Well, it's not exactly an old idea. It's just a
New
It's
take.
game renting.
It's a new take on the same system. I mean, if you think about GameFly or Netflix, they both. I guess Netflix doesn't do this, but GameFly has always had the system of you rent games as much as you want, and if you just want to buy the game, you go ahead and just give them the fucking money. You know, that's not exactly what GameStop's doing, but they're pretty much just saying this is what you can do. Like they're giving the option. Therefore, they're saying when you pay for our subscription, you are guaranteed to get a game. You're guaranteed that you bought a game, and then you get to rent these games as well.
I suppose it'd probably be like the cheapest service for what you're getting.
Yeah, it seems pretty good.
Depending on what they charge.
I remember Blockbuster getting GameCube games was like $10 a week, and it was only 5 days, not this full 7.
I don't know.
I don't remember renting games that often.
I do because
I don't remember how.
he was
Go ahead.
I was a poor ass bitch.
Well, I was just like I did rent games all the time. I just mean like I don't remember the time period I had to play them. Because if I did like a game, I'd rent it all the fucking time, and like a time period didn't mean anything to me because I would just go back and get it, rent it out again.
I never got to rent games. I only got to rent a couple 64 games. Do you know the gas station here in town, just on the other side of the railroad tracks?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they had 64 games in there you could rent. I got to play. I got to play Gex.
Oh shit.
I got to play some other like Olympic game. I don't know.
That's
that was
crazy.
it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's this other news that you two definitely want to talk about?
Oh, I'm sorry. There's one more piece of news before that one. The voice actress for Bulma, the Japanese voice actress for Bulma, Hiromi. There's a T in front of the S. I never know how to pronounce that.
Tsunami.
Suru. Hiromi Suru. She died.
Ugh.
So,
Kill Bulma off.
Okay. so the Japanese voice actress she died. I can't remember.
How old was she?
I don't think it says. She wasn't that old. She was like in her 60s, something like that.
Oh, that's pretty old.
Well, I mean,
has she been Bulma since the beginning?
Yeah, she's been Bulma since the beginning.
Wow, she had a ton of money.
Maybe
She
played a secondary character.
Yeah, Bulma was important there in the beginning.
Sure, but I don't know how much money she would make. Anyway, that doesn't affect the dub. Just want to say that. So don't worry, guys.
You piece of shit.
It doesn't affect us in any way.
It's always sad to see that somebody working in a thing that like you've watched for years, that they're just not a part of it anymore. It's kind of like part of the family is just like breaking off.
How do you think they'll handle it in the show? Do you think they'll acknowledge it in any way?
No, I bet they won't acknowledge it in any way.
Vegeta won't go, what happened to your voice?
My wife's voice is different.
How dare you?
Who are you?
Yeah, he goes Ultra Instinct.
Okay.
He became as strong as a god when she got hit.
Yeah.
Talking about raising power levels for the sake of raising power levels.
I know. No, he got mad.
He didn't even change forms. He just got mad.
Yeah. Oh well.
They haven't hit the limit of Super Saiyan 2 yet.
So, the news that I want to talk about, Jonathan and I want to talk about. So there's a new Pokemon movie, right?
Oh.
Is there?
Yeah, there's a new Pokemon movie.
Jonathan loves this
and
news.
and people saw it, and we got a video recording of a certain scene during the movie.
I think I did see this. I thought it was the original movie. I didn't know it was a new movie.
It's a new movie.
It's a new movie.
Okay.
And it was
Is this?
it's Pikachu
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah. That's hilarious. Everyone's like, "What?"
The audience reaction couldn't
It's
be
hilarious.
because you can hear people like there's a few people going like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Like,
I love that.
Amazing.
That's hilarious. I thought that was. I don't know why. I thought that was the original movie, done again.
No. There's a bunch of Pokemon
I think
around
I
and fucking killed him.
I guess, but I read the title. It says the Pokemon movie,
Oh no.
and that's what the first one was called.
This one is Pika. Ew. Listen to Pikachu talk to Ash in the movie. It's
Is
as
it
bad
a
as you
dream?
think.
Have we? Is it like a dream or something?
No.
Is he
Have
legitimately?
you seen the whole scene?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, no, I saw like just the.
it's not a dream.
It was just like a 3-second thing of the audience going, "What?"
Oh no, there's like I can't remember how long mine was, but it was like a little bit under a minute, I want to say.
Oh,
But you see the whole scene pan out and stuff. He dies in that moment. Ash dies in that moment or whatever, and then Pikachu like goes Super Pikachu and fucking obliterates the whole mountain with electricity.
why?
But he's like, "Because Ash, I love you," or something like that. I can't remember what he says.
You're my best friend.
That's bullcrap. Because freaking Pikachu hated him in the beginning and wouldn't get a Pokeball.
And then
Screw
Charizard
you,
shows.
Pikachu.
Charizard shows up. He also talks. He's like,
What?
What the fuck? Did you hear that shit? That's fucking crazy. No, I wish he would have
I
talked.
do love that.
I wish they would all talk.
I freaking don't. You kidding me?
No, just for like.
For that
just
scene.
for that one scene. They go to Magic Mountain and they all fucking just can speak now. Because I mean, why couldn't they in the first place? If one of them can, then they all can.
That video of freaking the theater is just priceless.
It's amazing.
I would have loved to have been there.
Just for that
I'd be like,
second.
what?
Oh my god! It's just like people stand up, running around.
Everybody just gets up and leaves.
Yeah. It's just like time to go. But mommy, Pikachu. No, we're leaving.
Freaking Meowth, Mewtwo, and Pikachu, and all the other legendaries.
So dumb.
Lucario.
All right, let's get into the big news. We've got some big news to discuss. Let me get a drink of water. All right. So the big news this week that never seemed to stop and will probably still keep going is about EA.
Electronic Arts.
Big surprise? I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go along. As you all know, on Friday the 17th, EA released one of their big AAA titles, Battlefront 2. Sorry. Star Wars.
No.
EA presents Star Wars Battlefront 2.
No, you got it wrong.
I did?
Yeah. EA presents Disney's Star Wars Battlefront 2.
There you go. That released on the 17th, this past Friday. And unfortunately, some people were a little bit miffed about it, I'll say. Yeah. Here's one Redditor on the Star Wars Battlefront. I assume this is the subreddit for Star Wars Battlefront that he posted this on. Here's what he had to say. Here's the title. Seriously, I paid $80 to have Vader locked? This is a joke. I'll be contacting AA support for a refund. I can't even play fucking Darth Vader? Disgusting. This age of microtransactions has gone way too far. Leave it to EA to stretch the boundaries.
Now you say Vader's locked. It's not like it's like Call of Duty or Battlefront where you play the game for a little bit and you unlock them, right?
Oh, yeah, but it's not a little bit.
You want a little bit? How's 40 hours for a little bit?
40 hours.
So what you have to do is you have to unlock credits, all right?
Yeah, but and in those 40 hours you're unlocking other things along the way, right? Surely.
No, you're saving up.
No. You're saving up credits to then unlock the character.
Yeah.
Talking to the mic, idiot.
You remember Halo Reach?
Yeah.
It's just like that.
Man, what scumbags EA are. So if you want Luke and Vader, you'd have to play 80 hours.
No, Luke is only 30 hours that you do. So Vader costs 40,000 credits, all right?
Yeah.
So you have to get that through playing the games. You just acquire credits, then you unlock them, right?
Neat.
Leia is 30, Luke is 30, and there's more characters to come in DLC. And here, so that's one of the things. Here's EA's response to that, and then I'll get into the comments below that, because the comments below that shed pretty good light on the subject itself. Here's EA's response. The intent is to provide players with a sense of pride and accomplishment for unlocking different heroes. As for cost, we selected initial values based upon data from the open beta and other adjustments made to milestone rewards before launch. Among other things, we're looking at average per player credit earn rates on a daily basis, and we'll be making constant adjustments to ensure that players have challenges that are compelling, rewarding, and of course attainable via gameplay. We appreciate the candid feedback and the passion of the community and the compassion the community has put forth around the current topics here on Reddit, our forums, and across numerous social media outlets. Our team will continue to make changes and monitor community feedback and update everyone as often as we can. And then
I would hate to be EA's community manager.
That dude just has to. I know, because he doesn't deserve it. That I'm sure he's a nice guy. However, EA as a whole, not too good. Here's a response to the guy. Here's a response from a person. responding specifically to the intent is to provide players with a sense of pride and accomplishment for unlocking different heroes. This guy decides to comment, "That's rich. Just be honest. The truth is, very few people are going to sink a full work week into this game, and you're hoping that somebody is desperate enough to buy credits to unlock the character, which you can do via their loot box or whatever loot box system they have, and things called crystals and whatever the fuck they are.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with providing a sense of pride and accomplishment. This is a flat out lie, and you know it. How naive do you think your player base is?" Somebody else comments, "Not good enough. Also, there is no pride with wasting 40 hours grinding for a hero, only for the hero to be gimped from the go and require 300 more hours grinding to make them heroic. So once you get the character unlocked, you then have to make them fucking good."
Oh my goodness. And pride and rarity or whatever, when you play as Vader, the main villain in Star Wars.
No.
It's not like he's a rare, ultra rare version of Vader. It's just Vader.
It's basic. Well, that's
what I paid for.
That's the whole point of it. Not only that, it's not only what he paid for. He paid a premium price for a game. He paid $80, and he still couldn't get Vader unlocked. You think the premium price for the game, he wouldn't have to go on this big expenditure to get a basic character like Vader unlocked.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me finish this guy's comment. "You're just pushing the system to incentivize spending and for no other reason. Also, tell Matt to get a new job, community managers. Don't insult the entire community, especially when they're trying to bring attention to a cynical and shitty decision." I believe Matt is one of the directors for the game.
Oh.
I think that's what they're saying. Let's see. I think this is the one as well that I want to read. Nope, that's not the reason. The real reason is that they want you to spend all your credits towards heroes, so you won't be able to buy that many loot boxes with them. Basically making the grind for loot that much harder and forcing players to choose between unlocking the main character of the Star Wars movies or getting star cards. They want you to use all your credits so you buy loot boxes. Sorry that the community sees right through your bullshit you're attempting to pass on us.
Yeah.
Their whole point is for them to... Their whole point is, like this game, is for them to make a game that will last you a long time so that you can play it for a while. We talked about this not too long ago on this podcast about how the project that Visceral was working on was supposed to be from the get-go a single player game, right?
Yep.
Then EA steps in, adds some multiplayer. EA steps in. Don't make it single player.
Yeah.
And then that whole company had its own problems, that game had its own problems, whatever. It was shut down. Fine. There were other problems besides what that company wanted to do and what EA wanted to do. That's the reason why that company shut down. However, the game that they put out this year is a single player game, and they think we don't want them to play it once and be done with it, because that was their fear with that was their whole entire fear with what Visceral was doing. They were going to put out a single player game that would have been played, and then that would have been done. That's why they wanted to put multiplayer out and other things into it. So they say, "Oh, we'll do the thing everybody's doing, loot boxes. Oh, we'll also add 40 hours of play that you have to do to unlock this character, 30 hours for this character, 30 hours for this character, so it fucking stacks."
Yeah.
And so EA has to come back, and they say, "Fuck. We fucked up.
They figured it out.
We fucked up." People are getting fucking pissed. This whole entire week I've been reading articles about how pissed people are. One of the things I've read is that people are saying, you know what, don't forget that this company, that EA, that DICE is making, no, it's EA, that EA is making Star Wars games, and they have the exclusive rights to Star Wars. Star Wars is owned by Disney, and if you think about this, Disney fucking hates bad press.
Yeah.
They do not want it anywhere near their name. So, if you have a complaint about this, you should go on Twitter. You should say, "Fuck this game." complain about it, whatever you want to, say anything about it, then tag Disney into it. Then you will get something done with it. Then something will happen.
But Disney is also all about the money and the profits.
They are.
They might like it because of this.
Who knows? Who knows?
They shut down Disney Infinity, which was making money, profits, but it wasn't making enough money. So they shut it down.
Did they really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's profitable.
Okay. But, so what does EA do? EA cuts down the costs for the hero costs for Vader. So Vader's not 40 anymore.
That's good.
He's 15.
Sure.
Luke, Leia, they're not 30 anymore. They're 10. So that's a little bit more reasonable.
Yeah.
We'll say. Then people are still mad.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, also they shipped like a 4-hour campaign with this game.
Is that all it is?
It's
4 hours?
4
It's 4
hours.
hours. It's a 4-hour single player.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, that was tacked on in the last minute.
No, there's 4 more hours actually. It's actually an 8-hour game, which is all right. But it comes in DLC. That's what it is.
Is that true?
No.
Okay.
I made that up as a joke, but you thought it was real for a second.
Your cadence was serious.
Gotta quit
And
with
you
the
were
fake
reading
news,
from your
Devin.
phone.
No, I wasn't reading from my phone.
Looking forward to Titanfall 3 now.
So, we'll get.
Okay.
So
okay.
we'll get. No.
Go home, Devin. You're drunk.
So
So what did people react to the prices going down?
they were
That was
like,
next, right?
"Yeah, fuck you." First off, second of all, we're just not gonna buy your fucking game.
Yeah.
I was really thinking about getting this game because I was like, you know what, this Battlefront's supposed to be better. I might fucking get it.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding anymore.
Not going to do it.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to buy an EA game anymore because
Vote
of
with your
this.
wallet. Vote with your wallet.
At some point, people have to realize that this cannot go on. At some point, people have to say no, and then we can't do this.
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough. You know, we can't keep on doing the same shit with EA. Okay? Like,
I think on the list, there's a list of most hated companies in the world. I think EA's been on the top of the list.
what about Comcast?
What was the next one after EA? It was like American
Express?
Bank of America.
Oh, the Bank.
Yeah, I think that was up there.
That's funny.
Yeah, I think EA's had it for like 2 years in a row or something.
So, the next thing they did, EA, was they decided to.
This is after the cut in cost for.
Yeah, this is after the cut in costs.
Okay.
This all happened this week. I want you to know this.
Okay. Freaking emergency planning here.
So what they also decided to do was cut every microtransaction out of the game. There are no microtransactions in Battlefront 2 anymore
Okay,
for a limited time.
but that doesn't make it easier to get anything now. It just means it should make it harder because now you can't buy anything.
If that's the way the game is still
If
played,
that's the way,
you know,
yeah, I don't know.
which I think if they lower the cost of credits for a hero character, and then they also take out microtransactions, so there's no there's none of them trying to push you towards them, then their incentive should be just play the game, have fun with the game, don't worry about anything else.
Here's the way I think the ecosystem works in Battlefront 2, from what I've heard. I think you get like crystals or whatever, and with those crystals you can either buy star cards or loot boxes, right? And then the loot boxes have a chance to have credits in them, and if those credits you can use to buy heroes. I think that's the way it worked. So I think and the crystals are what you can also buy with real money.
Yeah, you can do that, yeah.
So you buy the crystals to then buy the loot boxes to hope that you get credits, so you can then buy the heroes.
Or you could, wait.
I think that's how it worked. I heard Funhouse talking about it.
You know, Let me read this a little bit. What's more interesting is how the game's complicated economy and prerequisites work together, which is something really only seen at scale, like buying up 1,200 crystals, the in-game currency bought for real money. The most expensive loot crate in this game costs 200 crystals. With that money applied to an optimized crate unlocking strategy, I was able to give every character class and vehicle every star card applicable to it, and still bank about 2,700 credits.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you do get it. Okay. So it's you buy the crystals or
real money.
Yeah. So you can't buy those.
Yeah.
At the moment.
But think how dumb that is. You couldn't even buy the heroes outright.
No.
You had to buy crystals to then buy loot boxes to hope you got credits to then buy heroes.
Or you play the game enough to then be able to unlock loot boxes and then get credits out of the loot boxes, or you just get credits anyway. I think maybe you just get credits anyway from gameplay that you do.
Yeah, but you can also get credits in loot boxes. But if you wanted to buy Vader, you couldn't. You had to buy loot boxes and hope you got credits to then buy Vader.
Okay, that makes a bit more sense, yeah.
Sounds cheaper just to go buy a gun and shoot myself in the foot.
You're right.
Or go buy a copy.
But how would that give you Vader?
Or go buy a copy of the original Battlefront 2.
Yeah, you could do that as well.
Play that one.
You know, they only got like a 3.9 rating.
What the fuck? That game is amazing.
The original one?
Yeah.
Only got 3.9 out of 5?
Yeah.
What the that's fine.
5. I mean, out of 10. I was really worried.
I mean, I still think it deserves more, but that's fine.
They will be adding the crystals in the game, though. Well, like that microtransaction for the crystals, they're going to add that in at some point on a later date.
You mean they're going to bring it back?
They're gonna bring it back at some point at a later date.
See, the problem isn't the microtransactions themselves. The problem is the whole system has worked them in.
No, yeah.
You need to redo the system where they're not there.
They've done the system to where
it's embedded in
to where it's very encouraged to spend money, to a point where people are questioning, is this gambling? And should they privy their children to a game that is gambling?
It's illegal if it's gambling.
Oh yeah, and the fact that it's illegal. Yeah,
they can't have it in there if it's
in some state. Well, I mean, yeah, never mind. I was gonna say in some states,
it's just Vegas,
but it's
and boats.
That's not true. But I was gonna say, well, I mean, there's you can gamble in Kentucky.
I know. I was being funny. I laughed.
We should go gambling.
No.
No. That sounds like fun.
No one is gonna play you in Smash while you're up there.
Fucking who wants to go? No, I mean, no.
What's the definition of gambling? That's the big question right now. The legal definition.
Paying or buying something that you don't know whether or not you will get a thing from, maybe.
It's all about, it's always I think what I heard is the not getting anything back, like you could lose it.
Yeah.
100% of your investment. And then whenever you do a loot box in Overwatch, you get a bunch of voices, a bunch of duplicates, you've gotten nothing back.
Yeah, yeah.
Or even if it's not what you wanted, it's essentially worthless. You've gotten nothing back.
It's an investment with a chance of no return.
Yeah.
Essentially.
And then what does no return mean? Does it mean literally nothing? Or does it mean something that you don't want? That's a big legal question going into it.
And so you gotta think, like, how, like, because I was curious if we is like, let's say the age group of like people that can think for themselves, like I don't know, when what 20.
Yes.
No. I'll say like 15 years old to like just onward. And we see this and we hear all this news and we read into it and we think, you know what? Fuck EA. We're not going to buy this goddamn game. What about every other parent out there that's not buying it for them, but they're buying it for their kids? Are they going to be like, well, I'm buying my kid. I'm giving my kid a chance to gamble or like 'cause there are.
They don't have a clue about the loot boxes.
I mean,
they don't know about gambling.
Sure. Well, I mean, they could. Sure, they might not know, but do some of them know, and then do some of them say, "Well, why is this game doing that?"
They don't have a clue.
My point is that like this is just another way for video games to get a bad rap. That now there's gambling in video games.
Well, it's not officially gambling yet.
No, but it's very much fucking looking like gambling to me. You know, it's different when it comes. It's different where it's like, you get, what's the currency in Overwatch? Is just coins,
Credits,
gold, whatever.
gold. Yeah, I don't know.
Where you get currency in Overwatch from playing games, and then you spend that or. No, that's not.
You
how
just get those from
That's
loot
not,
boxes.
sorry. You just get loot boxes. Yeah, sorry. They just go ahead and give it to you. You're not spending any money on that. But if you wanted to spend money on it, you perfectly can. Like you could just do that if you wanted to. But once again, that's not a guarantee. But at the same time, you kind of know that going in. It's different, I feel like, when it comes to EA's system, where it's like you're going to.
They don't have a clue loot boxes
What-
are in Overwatch either.
what am I
These
trying to say?
parents, I don't know what you're trying to say.
Oh, what am I
These
trying to
parents
say?
don't have a clue what's in the games. They just bought the game. Here you go. It says Star Wars.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, but you know what I'm saying though. The parents that actually look up these things and they actually
If they
decide
found out about
what
it,
is
yeah.
what is my kid playing. You
Yeah.
know, and I like that's a bad rep that video games are getting once again. Something that it's not the video game's fault, but that's something the parents will see as the video game's fault.
Sucks because Battlefront 2 actually looks like it'd be a lot of fun.
It does, not with that 4-hour campaign though.
No, I want to play the clones again.
Yeah,
I look at all that stuff like, man, the clones are cool.
It all seems cool, but like, I'm not gonna put up with it. Like, I'm not gonna play this goddamn thing. And we talk about how Respawn is now owned by EA.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, is this what's gonna happen to Titanfall 3?
Well, there's no way a Star Wars game couldn't be this anymore.
What do you mean?
There will never be another just solely Star Wars or single-player Star Wars game. There's too much money to be made. Star Wars is this massive franchise.
There could be though.
No.
There could be.
No, not with Disney owning them. It's all about the profits. They make microtransactions. If a game has microtransactions in them, they make so much more money than they do with compared to the price going in.
Sure.
There's a list. I saw it today. I can't remember who made the list, but it was some game company. It might be Ubisoft, I think. They released their numbers of how much money they've made off microtransactions.
Oh yeah.
It's like this massive in the billions.
No, that was
Billions.
No, that was Overwatch.
That was earlier.
Oh, that was earlier.
Yeah, I think this is Ubisoft. Anyway,
okay.
They made billions of dollars in microtransactions. Weird because Ubisoft doesn't have that many games with microtransactions. But then they compared it to
no, that's why I was saying it's Overwatch.
No, there was another story with Overwatch. Yes. It was
okay, it's a different story. You're saying okay.
Compared to like the insignificant amount of the cost of the game to get in.
Every Assassin's Creed game.
Oh, it was GTA. GTA is who it was.
Oh, okay.
They made billions of money in shark cards, the money you buy.
Oh, yeah.
Compared to like the nothing the game cost.
Okay.
It's ridiculous. And Star Wars has so much a fan base.
Sure, yeah.
It's going to be nothing but you have to make a game like this for Star Wars.
You know what's crazy is that
single-player games make no money now. AAA. You'll get indie games that are single-player. You won't get any more massive.
What about you just said? Grand Theft Auto.
It's got multiplayer. I'm talking microtransactions.
Sure, but it has multiplayer in it.
There will not be one with microtransactions.
That's fine. I mean,
it has multiplayer. I'm talking about purely single-player.
I'm not saying there's never going to be a purely single-player game, like maybe ever again. That's not true at all. But
AAA, massive.
But sure, like any game that has multiplayer, there will probably be transactions. It'll be very rare to see one without them from now on. Sure, because there's money to be made, and it's very easy to do that.
Yeah.
However, my point is, I can't remember what I was gonna say. Damn it. Oh, the thing is that you could do it better. You could do it better than what EA is doing now, obviously.
A microtransaction system?
The system, the fucking fact that they've got a 4-hour campaign for a Star Wars story.
Oh, yeah.
The
Well, their last game didn't even have a campaign at all. Battlefront 1.
I know, and I complained about that game not having shit in it. And you're like, no, it's fine. It's a fun game.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you said that. You and Andrew both said that.
No, Andrew likes campaigns. He wouldn't have said that.
Are you sure?
I think you're misremembering. Yeah, he
I
was.
feel like both of you
He's
said
the only
that.
He's the only person who likes the Call of Duty for its campaign.
I like Call of Duty for its campaign. What are you talking about? Modern Warfare?
You two
Modern
are the
Warfare
only
2?
two.
I never played Modern Warfare 3. I still need to beat that. I have no clue what happens.
Okay.
Don't tell me. I'll play it at some point.
Okay.
It'll become backwards compatible, maybe. I don't know. The soap die?
I don't know what you're looking
Can't
at me
tell you.
for.
He died in the second one? I don't know.
I'm not the Call of Duty fan here, so
That's fine.
You did finish the second one?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Well, then you know.
It was half of a joke.
Okay.
I honestly can't remember what happens, though. I can remember the scene right now. I cannot remember the character. I remember one of the characters, but I can't remember who you're playing as in that moment. You're playing as like the rookie, and then like Ghost or whatever. He's fucking dead. I can't remember. Don't tell me. But I don't want this to happen to Titanfall 3 because I want to play Titanfall 3
Yeah.
when it comes out. I want to do that.
Respawn has said they're going to stay independent and make the game they want to make. But there's been other games companies who've been bought by EA who said the same thing, and they just get deleted as well.
Right.
So we'll see. We'll see.
And what does that mean that they say that? You know,
Hopefully,
they're getting bought by a big company.
hopefully,
Money's coming in.
EA will learn from all of this, and they'll turn it around.
They will not learn from this. The only way they would learn from this is if nobody buys their fucking game.
It's Star Wars.
Don't buy it.
But it's Star Wars, so they already did.
So if we want the future of Star Wars games to be good, then we've gotta fucking make. We gotta force them to make the game that we want. We are the consumer. We will buy what we want. We won't buy something that's bullshit. That's a bunch of microtransactions with a bunch of hours spent in a multiplayer that we don't even know if it's going to be good or not. It could be bullshit like the last one was. Then we got a 4-hour campaign to top that, the smallest fucking cherry on top of all that.
We need to talk to Andrew about it because he's played it a ton.
Battlefront 2?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean...
And he won't have heard about all this controversy.
No, he won't.
He will have just been a player and want to see what his opinion is.
It's all right. I mean, he's just gonna go for gameplay.
Well, he's a huge Star Wars fan, so he'll love it no matter what.
I don't think. Yeah. Well, if he's not, I don't think he'll even care about the microtransactions.
Yeah.
I don't even think he'll care about the.
He will
unlocks.
have put the 40 hours in to get it.
Sure, you have that ability. Like, I remember what you were saying. What were you saying?
I was saying that, like, I can deal with time investment in games. Like, that doesn't bother me.
Yeah, like how many hours did you put in Destiny?
I think 3,000 total.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. That's a lot of time. All right, I get that. However, this is for a widespread audience. You know, not everybody can put that much time into it. And so when it comes to 40 hours and then the more hours that you have to put in to make the character good, that's bullshit.
Yeah, it's not 40 anymore. I keep saying it.
Yeah, it's not 40
cut
anymore.
it down, yeah.
They did. They cut it down. But still, like, that's how you're going to start the game off as, and you think that's fair? You think, they don't think it's fair. They think, how can we get people to buy things? Because that's literally the only way. They force you to play it fucking constantly.
There's a theory that they had it all cranked up to high, so when they cut it down from 40 to 10 or whatever, people think, oh, it's better now. Whereas originally, if they had it straight at 10, we'd be like, man, this takes forever.
Well, I'd like to...
But that's just like a conspiracy thing.
No, yeah. I mean, it's a nice thought that, like, they already saw the outrage coming, and so they were like, how can we seem like less dicks, you know?
Or they saw the outrage coming, but left it like this for the first few days just to rake it in for the suckers, for poor kids who bought it anyway.
Yeah,
and then cut it back. Because they cut the prices down, but they didn't say anything about refunds for the people who put all that money in.
No.
That's true.
Yeah. Screw you guys.
Well, I mean, have you ever gotten a refund at a casino before? I don't know.
Yeah, if you win the jackpot.
That's not a refund.
No.
But, I mean...
Them poor game developers. They all worked really hard on that game.
They all worked really hard.
That was not in their control.
Yeah, I know. And then a big business EA came over and said, I want more money.
Yeah. Or Disney said, you better make this much money with our property.
That could very well be the point. Case in point. Why is it that EA is the only people that own the rights to make Star Wars games?
They paid for them.
I know, but like, spread that shit.
They paid more for it.
They paid. We'll give you this much more money.
Exclusivity.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. They paid for exclusivity. Yeah, you're right.
So EA might have had to do all this crap just so they can make their money back on that investment. So we got to make more money to make this whole thing worth it.
How many games they put out in the past 2 years?
Star Wars, I'm talking about. Star Wars games.
Yeah, but I mean, EA as a company could put, their money back into it. Like,
yeah, but they want the specific to get return on investment of buying the Star Wars games. They want the Star Wars games to make money.
Sure.
You got to make the stockholders happy.
You think it'd be Star Wars, though, that fucking make money anyway.
That's why they did all this with Star Wars and not just some Battlefront or Battlefield game. They did it with the biggest hitter.
It's too bad that you can't be like just a good game anymore.
That's what gonna have to start going to the indie games for those.
I think it's bullshit.
What?
Like an indie crowd is no guarantee of innovation. Okay?
No, but it's more guaranteed of being passion led than a AAA game.
It is, but that still doesn't mean it's gonna be good.
No, but there'll be more diamonds in the rough there than there will be in AAAs.
And how many of those are we gonna see? How many of those do we actually like? We never get them to be what we want them to be, though. Like, if let's say
they're all on the computer, they're not on the Xbox.
I know, but let's say EA didn't own Star Wars, right? And that was just like a free thing for anybody to make anything. Are we ever gonna get the Battlefront 3 that we've always wanted? Let's say that it's built. It's based on the old system back in the old days.
It was a PSP game.
Do I?
It was a PSP game.
No, shut up. The console version of the game.
I had that game.
I didn't know that was a game.
Yeah.
Fine, the Battlefront 4.
It wasn't Battlefront 3. It was just another Battlefront game.
All right, Battlefront 3. So, we're never going to get the indie developer that makes a big game like that.
If it was open, well, I mean, they would try.
But, I mean, they wouldn't have the team. They wouldn't have the resources to do that.
Well, game developers started somewhere.
Right, but if it's indie, then what are they going to do?
Indies won't be big, no, but they will be.
That's what I'm saying. We're still going to miss out on some things when it comes to indie.
Well, there's two different marketplaces.
We can't look. I know, and that's kind of the issue with indie. Just because it's like we won't get a big game. Like we're not going to find the next GTA. We're not going to find the next Battlefront. We'll find the next.
We're not going there for them.
We'll find the next Cuphead. We'll find the next Super Meat Boy.
The good games. That's what I'm saying. The good.
Yeah,
games.
I know they're good, solid games, but variety. You can only make so many platformers, so many side-scrolling shooters.
Games are.
I know, but I mean, I'm just saying.
What are you saying?
I just said it. I kept saying it. What?
You don't even know.
No, I do know. I said we can't get everything we want from indie. Indie's not completely the way to go.
And you're not going to get everything you want from AAA either.
They're two different things.
I know. I'm just going off the point that he said was indie is the way to go, and it's like it's not always the way to go.
Games for passion games that are fun
for that
and one to be
single-player
made.
game that you want, Devin, you got to go indie.
For passion games, I want passion to put to be put in AAA games again.
Well, that's
what
what you need
I'm
to say.
saying.
not-
Fucking.
That's not what you said.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, you're
and
not
I
saying
got
it
two
well.
assholes up my asshole. Okay.
How would that work? Well, you mad at us? We're both in the same boat.
I was just fucking getting
Learn
on
how
me.
to talk.
You're just getting on me. Just get off me.
Learn how to talk.
Did you hear what happened to Jack Black?
What happened to Jack Black?
You got into Jumanji.
His,
He got stuck in the game.
Yeah.
And now you have to pay microtransactions to unlock him.
Oh man, that'd be such a good subplot.
his 8-year-old son
Yeah.
racked up $3,000 worth of debt in a mobile game.
I've heard about this, yeah. What was it? Oh, it was just a mobile game?
Yeah,
Okay.
but like the whole little microtransaction things, he had like do like the most expensive one to buy things to unlock things.
The first time I heard about a story like that was some kid with a fishing game on his phone. Back when like microtransactions were like first coming around or first starting to hear about them.
Yeah.
Some kid or some app that was like an aquarium. And that's all it was. It was like your screen was an aquarium. And he bought a ton of fish
Oh, I remember that.
with real money. I can't remember how much money he racked up in a bill.
But, I mean, what did Jack Black say to that? Did he say anything to that?
Drop in the bucket.
He
Sure.
like wrote an email to them, like explaining what's going on.
Be like, hey, give me my money back, please.
And he also went on what show was it?
He went on a talk show, didn't
Yeah, which talk show?
he? Yeah, I don't know.
The View.
No, who's the guy with the orange hair?
Conan.
Yeah. He went on that talk show.
And he just talked about it on there?
Yeah.
I mean,
Microtransactions are here to stay.
sure, and then they're not necessarily bad things. You love a game, you want to get more out of the game, then you put more money into the game. That's fine.
DLC.
That's kind of fine with me. I mean, that's sure DLC is made for that. DLC is kind of a part of that, but it's kind of different. You know, if you want to,
You just describe DLC.
no, it's different from what this is though. Like loot boxes, you know, like character skins or something. Part of the main game, not like part of the separate game. Because DLC could be a different story that's not included into the main game. So I mean, it's different. DLC can be different. Microtransactions, as far as main story. Well, then fucking shut up.
You explain DLC. I said that's DLC, and you're like, well, no, DLC's different. It's like you just explain. If you want more out of a game, that's DLC. More from a game. Microtransactions are just whatever they freak. If you want to pay money for nothing.
What I said, if you want more out of the game, you just put
know.
more money into the game, then that's fine. Microtransactions are fine with that. And you're like, that's DLC. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And then the thing I said, though.
You just can't talk.
No, you shut up.
Where do you draw the line with microtransactions? Should they be cosmetic, or should you do like pay to win?
Fuck pay. Why pay to win? Why?
Because what's the difference? Like you.
What do you
go,
mean?
get
What's
all
the
these-
difference?
You get one guy, you have to spend like 8 hours to get this certain weapon that's really good.
You know the
or
difference.
you can just pay like $50 and you'll get that gun automatically.
You know
They'll
the
make
difference.
you the better.
One is playing the game. The other one's buying the game more. Buying more into the game. One is buying what you want and then playing it and having fun with it. And then the other is just being an asshole. I'm just going to buy the gun. Why would I waste my time with that? It's because you
I don't
bought a
think-
game. Once you play it, fucker.
Nobody would ever pick pay to win. Everybody would always pick cosmetic.
People do, though.
What?
Or, I mean, if there was a choice between the two, yeah, then people would pick cosmetic. But, I mean, people still do pay to win, though. In Call of Duty, they do pay to win.
Wasn't like the pre-order bonus for like World War II? Like you get whatever you wanted unlocked automatically, like at the beginning?
Yeah.
That's not that bad.
It's just like one thing you can pick. I want to unlock that. They did. Never mind.
Yep.
I don't know. You pick the right gun before they nerf everything. That makes things easier for you. You're going to win more battles.
Sure. But, I mean...
But in the way in Call of Duty it works anyway, you get experience, which gives you credits, which you unlock things anyway.
And you can unlock whatever you want to, like...
As soon as you leveled up, you can buy whatever.
Yeah, in any order.
It's not like this level you get this level you get this level. You just buy what you want.
I mean, it used to be that, but it's not like that anymore.
Yeah.
Which I like that. I like that system a lot better because it
Incentive.
it incentivizes you to like play more into the game, and then you just get what you want instead
Then what's
of
the difference
like
between buying Vader then?
because one is forcing you to play the game longer than you want to.
It's a time thing.
It's a time thing. Yeah.
On the way up to Vader, you weren't unlocking anything.
You were just
nothing,
being an asshole.
nothing, Vader. Nothing, whatever else. There wasn't no progression. Constantly getting something new. You feel me?
You feel me?
Because those 40 hours would have been the same game. No nothing. You're saving up for
nothing.
You're saving up for Vader. You're seeing all this other cool stuff going on that you didn't do because you've chosen to try to get Vader.
But you want Vader.
Yeah.
I can't. I want to think of an example of another game that's happened in, to where like I've had that feeling where, oh, I'm gonna save up to do this one thing.
I did that with Reach. I saved up for the little
Oh yeah,
little hearts or whatever.
Yeah. That once
Or the
again,
armor.
that was cosmetic.
It
You
was
know?
cosmetic.
And that's totally different. And if people complain about that, then they're bitches. But
And you couldn't even buy those. Those were you saved up in-game currency that there was no way to buy. It was just.
And that was fine. And we liked it. Back in my day, we didn't have microtransactions. We played the game for 1,000 hours to unlock a helmet. And we liked it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say there isn't any microtransactions in, like, Battlefront 2.
All right.
What if you still had to put in that 40 hours to get Vader?
You mean
Is
like
there a
they have it
difference?
now? Kind of.
I mean, I bet they changed it at
Would
some
there have
point.
been the same upset that there is now?
I bet what the
Not to this level.
I'll answer you before I say that. Not to this level, no. The game would just be super fucking unfun. It would be super unfair. Is what it would be. But I mean, I feel like they also wouldn't. Well, no, EA would definitely do that. But I mean, it's total bullshit. There would be a little bit of uproar, but not just not to this level. I did read a thing. I read another comment about how they lowered, when I said they lowered the amount of credits that you would need to unlock these characters, and one comment was, oh, okay, yeah, they do that now, but then later on in the game, the amount of credits that you get out of these loot boxes slowly starts to go down, so you don't get as much anymore. So the time that you have to play the game to get those credits again it's still more time consuming than you'd want it to be.
Yeah, I could see that.
So that would definitely be something that EA would do, because they're scumbags.
Well, it's every game developer with microtransactions would want to do that, would want to make it push the limits of how much they can get away with making the game suck to make you want to buy the thing more.
Yeah.
Like limit the rewards to make you want to pay. They hit that limit, it pisses everybody off. They get just before that, make more money. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I know what you're trying to say.
Because I worded that very poorly.
It's fine. I listen to you. That's how I know what you're saying.
I also spoke semi-cohesively.
Yeah, that's what you think.
To where even if the words suck, you still knew what I was trying to say.
But I mean, I feel like if that's happened enough nowadays, I mean, I can't think of any. I'm so blinded by rage. I can't think of any other.
Most of this kind of crap has been on the mobile games for
a
while.
Yeah,
this is just now starting to creep into the console games.
That is the first big game that's had
Hey,
microtransactions on this level.
They're coming out with Smash 5. You pay $30 extra, you can wave dash.
Let's pay to win.
Okay.
Yeah, that would not be tournament legal. That damn well would not be tournament legal, or it would be tournament. You'd have to have two different tournaments, one with wave dash, one without wave dash. It would just be on like setups though, like on the same setup.
Pay $30 extra, you get dash dancing.
Here's how it would work.
If that would already be included, they would have to have the dash mechanic work in such a way. Doesn't matter.
No, they'd put a stop to your dash.
No,
Once
that's
you do that,
fucking-
you get the cooldown.
No,
you
shut
can't
up.
dash again.
You get a cooldown.
You've made your decision. Live
Oh
with
my
it.
god.
Pay 30 extra cents to reduce cooldown time.
You shut up. What were you
Nah,
gonna say?
it doesn't matter.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Case in point, just be smart about what you spend your money on.
You can complain all day long, but if you bought the game, they don't care.
That's their point. That's their whole plan.
You gotta vote with your wallet.
They bitched. They
Yeah.
bought it anyway. The numbers
You
don't lie.
have your green screen. So you
No.
can just do all the South Park stuff. Going
No,
on.
I would not have that on the green screen. I would not have that there. The guys just rubbing their nipples like, oh, yeah, no, yeah.
That's a South Park thing.
Sorry you bought our
Yeah,
game.
It's about EA. And
Yeah.
Oh,
This is the whole thing. This is really fucking funny. I think that's an end to this podcast. We talked a lot of news today, a lot of EA, a lot of Super, more Super than I thought we would.
Can't wait for next week's episode when, I don't know, I didn't watch the previews for once.
I didn't either. I don't like watching the previews too much. Tune in next week, where when we'll have hopefully a bigger green screen. I hope. I don't know. Coming up on the channel this week, we'll have the podcast, of course, and that's about it. I think on either Monday or Tuesday this week I'll be streaming. I'm trying to find some time to where I can stream on the Twitch and be able to also edit the podcast, because I edit the podcast in between the time of a Sunday to Wednesday, so I make sure I have the time I need to do it between everything else I'm doing. So I'm really trying to crunch down my time and be able to also stream, because I haven't had a dedicated day to where I stream. Yeah, I know that Jonathan and I stream every Wednesday as well.
Attempt to stream
we
every
tried
Wednesday.
we tried to stream this Wednesday and it did not work out the way we wanted to.
Devin's supercomputer isn't super enough.
Listen, Friday, the problem is that we were trying to stream Friday the 13th, and that game isn't good enough to stream with on the PC, because the game is fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay. We could do that again. I just have to download the game from your profile on my Xbox, and then we could just play it that way.
Nah, we don't need to play that game.
It's a fun game. We had so much fun. There was that one guy. He was like, "Hey, look at me," and then
You had the
He was
one
just
good
doing that.
match. I killed somebody once, and then you kept screwing me over the entire time.
oh yeah. So Jonathan and I stream. We stream every Wednesday. The channel we stream on is the ScreenPeak. So follow us on the ScreenPeak so you can watch us every Wednesday. Fuck up and act like idiots. We don't have a particular game that we play. We were playing Destiny 2, but that got boring for me. I wasn't having fun. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Okay. I wanted to play it, but like
I'm sorry it wasn't Smash.
every time I tried to play it, I was just like, I wasn't into it. I don't know. I'm sorry. We'll figure out a game we can play though. We'll think
Dragon
about
Ball
it.
Fighters.
That's not till next year.
What?
Then they'll play it.
He's talking about the new Dragon Ball fighting game coming out.
It comes out next year?
Yeah.
February or whatever.
Oh, does it really? Oh, okay.
Early.
They announced Buhan, Gotenks, and Gohan. Like adult Gohan.
Bohan?
Buhan.
What's Buhan?
That's Boo when he absorbed Gohan.
Oh, I never heard that before.
I know, he's the only one that I ever heard say
What
that.
the fuck ever.
But on the subreddit, they say
Bucalo.
Buhan all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that real?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
making that crap up.
You got Bucalo and you got Bootanks.
Boo Tanks doesn't
Why not
sound that
Peekaboo?
weird. That's dumb.
It's perfect.
That's awesome.
I gotta do my finishing stuff. I also stream. I stream on Dev7 is the Twitch channel. We have a Twitter, which is @PeakScreen. I don't know why it's that. Like,
How'd you mess that up?
I swear, Twitter just did it. Like, I didn't mess it up at
Where
all.
LaFondo's, a lot happened.
Is that where I made it?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
That's why you're in the Spanish restaurant. Everything's backwards.
Everything's backwards,
Yeah.
sure. I also have a Twitter at CC_Devo, DEVO, if I need to spell that for some reason.
It's also a Mexican restaurant, not a Spanish one.
It's in the link in the description below. All the links for everything, just where we stream and stuff. The sound went out for a second. What was I gonna say? If you have any questions or anything like that you might want us to answer on the podcast, or if it's something I can't answer on the podcast, then just direct message me on Twitter, through my Twitter or through ScreenPeak's Twitter, and then I will try and answer it, or I will save it for the podcast. So that's all we have for today.
And smash that like button.
Nope.
I want to get up to 5 this week.
We got up to 5 at 1 week.
Yeah, I want to do it again.
Don't set any standards.
Okay. Just tell them to subscribe, if anything. We need more subscribers, please.
Or actually
So
watch the
that-
podcast. I guess that doesn't matter. You've made it this far.
That doesn't matter. That's about it. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for joining us in this experience. Goodbye.